pass. In transition, Cluett with the left hand, a lot of contact, no whistle. Kind of out of control there. Washington this time does deliver it down low to Jazz Gardner. 2-point lead for the Toreros after one free throw there. Seth Jones in for the first time. Ralph wraps a pass. Gardner dunks it home and puts it in. Well, without Lamar Washington on the floor, he picked up his third foul. The offense a little less organized. One dribble, though, and Jazz Gardner dunked.
Clara, they're 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, and look out if Santa Clara is going to have one of those nights.
Yeah. They averaged taking 28 attempts from beyond the arc per game. That's a lot. And they make 11 of them, Zach, so they're pretty efficient out there.
Krivakopich dumps to Gardner, and Gardner off the window. And we are ready to go, and the tip is up, controlled by the Tigers. Our officials for today's game, Frank Harvey III, Robert Lehigh, and Eric Boyce. Tigers in the home whites trimmed in orange, and the Pilots are in the road blacks trimmed in purple. Tigers would love to get Elias Ralph going. He's had a couple of off games as Lamar Washington takes it in, gives it to Jazz Gardner, who finishes at the rim.
Nice.
Nice skip pass for Riley. Couldn't connect on the three, though.
Nice job on the double team. Wendell did a great job of spacing it out to the open shooter.
UOP, the early 2-point lead. Just under 2 minutes in from San Francisco. Good hands. This one on the floor. Somehow Pacific able to maintain possession. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Washington, pretty feed for Gardner. And it's 4-0 Tigers. Right here come the Tigers again off the turnover. Washington to Ralph. Met at the rim by Lingard. It bounces to Gardner. The hook shot rolls in, and we're tied at 37.
Want to get Nate Kings going early. Boy, he had a great game in Stockton.
Skying for the board is Fisher, one of the many Canadians on this club. Dave Smart knows how to bring him to the States. Pump fake. And
Amy with the left hand. Short. Haven't seen MJ Amy go to that shot very often. Had a good look at it. Carter Benton into the corner. Krivakopich inside, and the dunk for Jazz Gardner. Gardner
with a free mind. That's a great philosophy to have. Take what the game gives you. Don't force it.
Seth Jones missing on the three. Gardner the rebound. Somehow kept it alive there as Asanza hit the deck. Ralph stepping through. Pass to Gardner. Blocked by Asanza, but that's a goaltend.
In front of their bench. Speaking of the bench, Stan Johnson going with McBride for Asanza here. But again, Trey, you've got to bring the defense here. You've got to be mentally tough. Let go of the offensive woes. Turn over the opposition. Maybe you get some breakout baskets to get your offense percolating yet again.
Inside Gardner. Back to the basket against Johnson. Shoots over him and banks it home.
Back on the floor for Gonzaga as Battle has a seat. So Washington looks to inbound. He'll inbound to Krivakopich. Fisher gets Gardner in the paint. Jazz Gardner up to his right and in.
Tough shot.
The 7-footer from Berlin, averaging 13 points and nearly 5 rebounds. He's been in double figures 13 of the last 14 for Santa Clara. Jazz Gardner, the transfer from Nevada.
Tigers, Jefferson Coulibaly, Lamar Washington, Jazz Gardner, Elias Ralph, who just missed that shot, and Elijah Fisher. Ralph gets his own miss. Missed that. Jazz Gardner cleans it up, and the third time is a charm.
In the year, Washington State, 41% of their field goal attempts beyond the arc.
Watts turns it over. Washington trying to corral the ball. He does, and then gets it to Jazz Gardner. Pocket pass, and flying to the rim, but missing the shot was Ethan Price, and the Tigers dodge a bullet there.
Woo, big time.
That was a great pass and a great look for Price. Now Coulibaly off the shot fake. Bounce pass to Ralph. Elias will weave it out.
Gardner has a mismatch down low if they can get him the ball.
Yeah, they're not getting it to him. 4 to shoot, now they do, and Jazz has to go quick here, and Jazz gets it off and gets it in. Whoops. Coulibaly, little hesitation move. Coulibaly in the thicket of the defense, out to Benson, a head fake. Benson, pass over to Gardner, good fake and a finish at the rim. And they'll find Thrasterson for 3 from the right wing. Beg your pardon, they're going to say a long 2. They're going to say his foot was on the line. So Tomas Thrasterson draws Washington State to within 2. Ralph and Fisher still on the bench for the Tigers. We'll see how long Dave Smart can keep them there, both in foul trouble. Kravakovic to his left. Kravakovic, good dump off to Gardner, who finishes in a tie game. Washington to Coulibaly. Coulibaly gets his own miss. Out to Kravakovic, and now Washington. Jazz Gardner fakes the pass out and then takes it in. So Ralph inbounds to Washington. A little more than 2 seconds separating the shot and the game clocks.
Calmeese perfect tonight behind the arc. 3 of 3. That was a big shot a moment ago.
Does Lamar Washington have another one in him, perhaps? We'll see if they want to go that route. Washington, 5 to shoot, down low to Jazz Gardner. Jazz off the glass and in.
Back up. At the other end, the Tigers. This is Jefferson Coulibaly. Shot no good, but
comes away with it. Tigers had numbers, and there was no whistle there, but Jazz Gardner there to put it back up and in. And high off the glass, won't go. But he gets the steal. Stole it from Chope. Lamar to Gardner, and Gardner with the slam.
Court pass just took the Tigers out of that rhythm, out on that baseline, out of bounds.
Amy short on the 3. There have not been many misses tonight for Myron Amy Jr.
He is human, Zach.
He's 4 of 7 now from 3-point range. Yeah. He's got 17 points to lead all scorers in this game. Washington dishes to Gardner, who floats it up and in.
Pull the trigger, and that's half the battle, having that confidence and ready to shoot.
10 on the shot clock, wide open as Ralph didn't want it, dumps it inside instead, and why not? There
right now.
Coulibaly, left-handed dribble drive, and Coulibaly blocked off the glass, but Jazz Gardner cleans up. Barry Wong back on the floor for the Dons. Giving him a lot of size. Wong 6'9" from China. And now the ball loose, and what a great job by Elijah Fisher. And from the seat of his pants, he gets it to Gardner to save the possession.
Incredible play there by Elijah.
Great bounce pass, and Gardner with the finish.
The line tonight, 91.7%.
Washington's going to drive it and can't score it, but Jazz Gardner's there.
Great team like USF.
Fisher knifing through the D. Fisher off the glass. No, but Gardner, Johnny.
Into this game, that's already a 3-0 lead for USD.
A lot of practice from beyond the arc of the NBA 3-point line on Saturday. A little bit of different eye levels here in the.
Into the corner, Washington, wide open 3. It rims out, and Jazz Gardner's going to put it back. And the Gales will bring on Jordan Ross and Joshua Dent.
Joshua Dent, who got a lot of minutes against Utah State, particularly in the second half.
Also made his first collegiate basket, a three-point shot. Underneath, it's Gardner. That's a mismatch, and Gardner takes advantage.
Took over 3 years ago, and so the Tigers trying to match them up size-wise here in the early going. Now going to go big.
Portland State, a team that wants to play more on the perimeter than they do inside the Tigers, and talking with Garrett Bridges, the assistant coach for Pacific before the game. They want to force them inside. It's what a one-hand guide up.
What else is the hot clubs here, Tony? I know you know about that nightlife.
Well, where do you want to go?
Vegas
Excess,
nights,
Marquee.
baby. What'd you say?
Excess, Marquee.
Excess. Like the amount of Celsius I've had today, broadcasting 3 games of the Jack Jones Classic.
And there's Gardner with the bucket through the first about 12 minutes. It's just a 4-point game, and now make it 2.
Country. Jake Gilliam does a great job there running that tournament with John Olive, the legendary coach. But I loved watching Bear Cherry play.
Underneath, there's Gardner off a nice feed.
Spins back left. The leader of the Running Rebels putting on a show here this evening.
8 players for UNLV in that first half in the scoring column. The one player that did not score, that saw action, is Jalen Hill. So Hill still having a difficult time.
JR, Jim Ross would say on WWF Raw, good old slobber knocker here in the second half. And Ralph bloodied his nose in the process.
7 seconds, Gardner, little stutter step in the lane, throws up that shot, and it falls.
Missing
it's a
the
3-point
corner
game.
shooter. There's someone at the opposite dunker spot there. It's a 3-point game, like you said.
Off the weave.
Little ball screen motion here from Dave Smart's club.
They are well coached. Elijah Fisher, Ralph. There's Washington. Washington takes it to the hole, might have traveled, kicks it out underneath, and the slam dunk underneath by Jazz Gardner.
Here at Sefco Arena, Illinois State in its home white uniforms with red and black trim, and Pacific in their dark black jerseys with their trim of gray as they win the opening tip and have this first possession of the basketball game here. Elias Ralph is the guy averaging 18 points a game, but this is going to be Gardner's first shot. He knocks down a 3. Yeah, he comes out of the game 90 seconds in. Again, the Redbirds would love to have him on the floor 22, 23 minutes. He's averaging right about there, so they're getting that done. But you pick up a foul in the first 90 seconds of the game, and that might change that. Gardner again, he made a 3, and now he's going to flip this one in. 2-man game, Washington and Ralph missed the shot, but it's tipped in, and an act in, and now a kick out to Norris. Extra pass to the corner. Johnny Kinziger's shot is no good, and the Tigers come away with it.
Tigers have numbers.
Inside again to the big fella, and Jazz Gardner. Just to go here in the half. Washington's going to try another 3. Offensive rebound, and Gardner now has a Poindexter. Little pull-up jumper, rolls off. They go inside. Here's Gardner's little hook, turnaround hook. His first.
Kravakovic driving left hand. Tipped around underneath there to clean it up.
And Michael Mojica. Eric Curry throws the ball up, and the Tigers control the opening tip. They're in the home whites, trimmed in orange. Cal State Fullerton in the blues with the orange numbers, as it's a floater from Jazz Gardner.
Match the entire game with that energy that they play with.
I mentioned Fullerton in that game at Pepperdine. They trailed most of the game. They trailed for over 28 and a half minutes in that game as Gardner receives a beautiful dish from Lamar. But Vicentin gets the offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and he can't make the shot from close range. The Tigers dodging a couple of bullets there. The missed free throw and then the offensive rebound.
Could have been a 5-point play.
Gardner gets to the rim, puts it in, and will get to the line.
Baseline and in midair, a nice soft touch, excellent execution there by the Titans.
Washington dishes to Jones, shot fake Jones, bounce pass in the lane to Gardner, and a great finish. Good
side, offensive board by Gray. Josh Gray is owning the glass the way Missouri wants him to. Just couldn't get that one to go.
But if I'm Dennis Gates, I'm encouraged to see my big fella down there gritting and grinding to get offensive rebounds.
Missouri on a 7-0 run. 2-point lead. Gardner out to Coulibaly. Approaching the 13-minute mark. Slow start for Mizzou, but they are figuring things out here. And it's down to 5 on the shot clock for Fisher. Gardner guarded by Gray. And a nice look there by Gardner. Took his time.
He obviously has the strength and the height advantage there. Unfortunately, they turned the ball over, but great textbook defense there in the post there.
Marquez Warwick thought he was being held. He wanted that defensive holding call. Baseline drive and jam by Jazz Gardner.
Gardner with the basketball, bounces it to Fisher. Up and under move, a lot of traffic. Gardner ends up with it, and he gets...
Yeah. Jazz. Jazz. Foul